off the dime, the Celtics go for two straight in Orlando, while Dwight Howard and the Magic are focused on getting even. The Suns are not set just yet. We size up Game 2 from LA, and Wall a whiz. Top pick in the NBA draft is headed for our nation's capital. It's time for the dime.
Let's look at the replay. It has that reaction at half court. I don't have a problem with that.
Pierce gets inside, hammered by Howard, and they call a flagrant foul on Howard as Pierce is shaken up on the play. So it'll be two shots and possession. Pierce gets up like he wanted to go at Howard, and then they push him away.
And welcome to the Daily Dime. I'm Jim Basquall. Heading the show, a long shot comes in the NBA lottery. Namari has no respect for Khloe Kardashian's husband. But first up, the C's go for two straight in O-Town. In the history of the NBA playoffs, teams that have won Game 1 have gone on to win the series in a best-of-7 nearly 80% of the time, while the Celtics have been even better in closing out better than 90% of their best-of-7s after taking that opener. They've done it with defense, as Boston has allowed fewer than 90 points in each of their previous 4 games. Yet the Celtics had never won each of the first 2 games of a playoff series on the road, while Dwight Howard and the Magic had not lost 2 straight at home all season. Let's check out Game 2. It is Game 2, and Dwight Howard and the Magic look to get even with the Boston Celtics. Howard came to play opening half. He gets positioned down low, and it's curtains for the Celtics +1. Then Howard off the glass, putting it back on the send home. He had 17 points in the opening half, but Paul Pierce also had a good first 2 quarters. Look at his spin move. It's Howard on the goaltend, and then Pierce is spotting up from beyond the arc. He scored 22 points in the first half. Boston up a deuce at the break. Third quarter, the game's even at 59. It's Rajon Rondo. Nice ball fake here, going high off the window. The C's back up a pair. And Kevin Garnett, the fake and send home for KG. The Celtics up the lead 10. They had an 11-point lead in the fourth quarter, but Orlando fights back. Down a point, it's Vince Carter pulling up on the jumper, and the Magic grab the top side of the scoreboard, but the Celtics respond just under 3 minutes to go. KG, he's fading away along the baseline. Boston back on top at 91-90. Then on the run, Jameer Nelson on the finish. Magic back to within a point. This is a huge sequence here. Vince Carter at the line. Orlando down 3 in the final minute. He'd misfire not once, but twice from the line, so the Magic still down 3 in the final seconds, and check out this Celtic defense. Orlando needs a 3 to tie. They're all over Jameer Nelson. He can't get off a clean look, well short from beyond the arc, so the Celtics take it 95-92. They have a commanding 2-0 lead in the series as they head to Beantown.
The tendency would be human nature lets you relax up 2-0. What do you think happens in Boston?
Our fans aren't going to let us relax. Y'all not going to let us relax. We're going to try to close this out 2 games. Y'all hear me? We coming home to close it out.
Paul Pierce just tweeted on his Twitter page, anybody got a broom?
Do I supposed to comment on that?
Yeah, has any comment on that?
No.
Okay.
They only won 2 games. I mean, they can write what they want, but, we're going to stay humble and stay focused, and, pride come before a fall. Just know that.
Since the NBA established the 2 conferences back in 1971, this is the 6th time that a team has won the first 2 games of a conference finals series on the road. 4 of the previous 5 teams to do so went on to win the NBA Finals, most recently in 2005 with the San Antonio Spurs. All 5 of the teams at least made it to the NBA Finals. The New Jersey Nets lost 70 times this past season, easily more than any team in the NBA. Tuesday, 34 nights after closing their season with that 70th setback, they lost again, this time for the 71st time. They were the team with the best chance of winning the draft lottery, but the odds-on favorites didn't come in. Jersey settles for the 3rd pick with a pair of teams jumping into the top 2. It came down to Philadelphia and Washington for a shot at number 1, and John Wall the apparent prize.
And then there were 3. the Philadelphia 76ers, the Washington Wizards, and the New Jersey Nets.
The second pick goes to the Philadelphia 76ers. And that means the #1 pick in the 2010 NBA draft will be made by the Washington Wizards.
Fantastic, and I'm so glad I have this ring on because my husband, I think, is really here. His spirit is here.
Prior to Tuesday, the team with the best chance of winning the lottery had done so just 4 times in 25 years. That trend continued as the Wizards get #1 despite just a 10% chance of winning. The losers this time, in addition to the Nets, were the Minnesota Timberwolves, who fell from 2nd to 4th. Sacramento at #5 and Golden State at 6, also tumbling. Jay Bilas sizes up the top college talent, now headed for the pros.
If I'm the guy making the decision for the Washington Wizards as to who to take with the #1 pick, I'm not thinking about trading it. I'm not thinking about Evan Turner of Ohio State. I'm taking John Wall out of the University of Kentucky. You cannot get point guards very often in the NBA draft of the caliber of John Wall. And just like in 2008, when the Chicago Bulls had the first pick, they took Derrick Rose of Memphis. I would take John Wall of Kentucky. He's a spectacular athlete. He's great in the open floor. He's got a very high ceiling. And I think when he gets to the NBA, he's going to make an impact right away, but over the next 10 years, he's going to be one of the elite point guards in the NBA. If I'm in Washington, I'm taking John Wall.